let's address the fighters are not a draw excuse to duck another fighter. Let's talk.
Straighter, not roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you here, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So why you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So, constantly hear, oh, well, he's not a draw. He's not a draw. They're not a draw. They're not a draw. That is the wackest excuse to duck a fighter, but it's been working for a very long time. You're not a draw, so that means I don't have to fight you. It's one of the greatest problems in the sport of boxing. One of the greatest problems. And then they blend it over by saying, oh, well, it's a business. We're prize fighters. It's a business. So, okay, well, if it's prize fighters and it's a business, then why do we have rankings? There should be there's no need for rankings. Just fight the biggest names in the sport. Fight the names. Do a poll. Put a poll on your IG, your Twitter, your social media, whatever. Put a poll on there and let the world say who the fuck they want you to fight, and then you fight them. Do that. Why are we worried about rankings if all you motherfuckers is talking about, oh, this guy's not a draw? Your excuse to duck somebody is, well, they're not a draw. They're not a draw. Andrade's not a draw. So then, Devin Haney's not a draw. So, because Andrade, Haney, you guys can't sell. Charlo doesn't sell. So what the fuck is we talking about, bro? The fuck you mean they're not a, bro? What are we talking about? Canelo Alvarez, if that's your excuse to duck Andrade, to duck Charlo, to duck whoever, if that's your excuse, then why don't you just shadow box? Just shadow box them. Just go ahead and get you some fucking, because what you're saying is you sell the fight. They don't sell. And this is what your fans are saying. Those guys don't sell. Canelo Alvarez is saying, listen, Charlo don't sell. Benavidez don't sell. Demetrius Andrade don't sell. Those guys don't sell, so I'm not fighting them. They don't sell. Well, if that's the case, just make people pay to watch you in the gym training. I'm baffled, bro. Or the guys that say, oh, Devin don't sell. Like this nigga fruit roll up. Oh, Devin don't sell. Devin, pussy, you don't sell at all. You don't sell shit. You do nothing. The only reason why you are relevant is because you are fighting Tank. That's it. You are irrelevant as a motherfucker. You literally mean nothing. Your name is going to be tied with the canvas in like a month. Your name is going to be associated with a canvas. That's what your name's going to be associated with. Niggas going to be wondering that they're going to tie your name with lights and a canvas. Because you're going to be looking up at the lights from the canvas. That's what you're going to be associated with. You don't sell nothing, bro. You never sold anything. The measurement of saying that a fighter it can sell is pay per view. That's a fighter that has a drawing. Pay per view. Not free TV. Pay per view. Not HBO, not Showtime, not Fox. No, pay per view. Not TNT, pay per view. No network where you can get, where you've got the network, you pay for the network on a monthly basis, some monthly subscription already. No network, to include the zone. No network. Because the only way, now people look at the zone in America, they look at the zone as a boxing network because we don't watch it for nothing else. I don't know anybody that watches the zone for anything other than boxing. So the zone is more looked at as a pay-per-view. The zone is more looked at because it's subscription based on pay-per-view. Like on boxing, I mean, not pay-per-view, on boxing. So the zone is more that. HBO is not. Showtime is not. Because you have Showtime, you can watch motherfucking all kind of series on Showtime. All kind of sporting events on Showtime. They got nothing to do with basketball, boxing. You can do that on HBO. Well, you could do it on HBO when HBO had boxing. You could watch ESPN for everything other than boxing, and then you could watch it for boxing. Yeah, any channel where the sole purpose is not boxing, any channel that is not equal to pay-per-view. It is not, because I'm already paying for it to view other shit. I just happen to be paying for it, so now I'm going to watch it when this fight comes on. That does not make you a draw at all. What makes you a draw is when someone has to pay for your shit alone by itself. When someone has to pay for your shit, when someone has to get a subscription on DAZN to watch Devin Haney, to watch Canelo, to watch Ryan Garcia or Riri, or to watch whoever that's on DAZN, when someone has to buy the pay-per-view on Showtime pay-per-view, or HBO pay-per-view, or Fox pay-per-view, or ESPN pay-per-view, when you have to specifically buy it for that event, those numbers are what makes you a draw. But you'll have motherfuckers come out here. Oh, well, BFTB, listen, I pay for my cable. Paying for my cable, yeah, that means it's not free. This ain't free TV. I pay for my cable. I pay. So those millions of views that Bud got to fight them bums on free TV, them count, that make Bud a draw. No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. You fought on ESPN. Got 1 million views on ESPN. You were going against what? Cricket? What were you going against? Swimming? What are you going against? Errol Spence did a 4 million plus views right after the Olympics. 4 million plus. Right after the Olympics. Yeah. Oh, what did you do? Don't tell me about fucking, oh man, free. Oh, listen, man, ESPN is not free. I pay for my cable network, and that's pay-per-view. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So if that's the case, then why do you people running around here telling me that, listen, the ESPN is not free TV? It's not free. I pay for my cable. Okay, cool. So then you didn't pay for Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter because that was on pay-per-view. Oh, we won't talk about that though, right? No. So according to you motherfuckers, that right there, him on pay-per-view with Sean Porter, that right there should have been 1 million pay-per-views because he does 1 million views on free TV. I'm just saying. Why didn't he do 1 million pay-per-views versus Sean Porter? He did more views against Jose Benavidez. Why didn't he do 1 million plus, 2 million plus against Amir Khan? He did more views against Green Beans on the same network. Oh, it's different though, right? Because it's pay-per-view. All right? Pay-per-view. A pay-per-view makes the fighter a draw or not. It solidifies his drawing power because you have no one but yourself. There you go. You got yourself. And if the numbers equal, or if the numbers are big, or if the numbers are higher than what people expected, you're a draw. Canelo Alvarez is a draw. Tank Davis is a draw. Errol Spence is a draw. And that's it. That's it, bro. because Champ's not fighting. So if Deontay Wilder was fighting, he's a draw. There's your draw. There, Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence, Tank Davis, and Deontay Wilder. Those are the draws in the sport of boxing. That's it. That's it. Those are the draws. There is no other draws in the sport of boxing. So with that being said, oh damn, you saying Devin's not a draw? Devin don't fight on pay-per-view. He hasn't fought on pay-per-view. He fights on DAZN. Now, on a lesser end, because you have to pay for DAZN and people get DAZN, then get rid of it. On a lesser end, you can say Devin is a draw as well. Because people they'll get DAZN just to watch the fight and then scrap it. But they say Ryan Garcia is a draw. But see, that's why I put, and y'all know I'm Dream Team, but I put him on a lesser end because those numbers never come out. You'll never see Ryan Garcia's numbers because he's not a draw. They're just saying that shit. And the same people that are saying Ryan Garcia is a draw say Devin is not a draw when they both fight in the same network and they don't publish neither one of their numbers. Pay-per-view numbers are published. Yeah. Pay-per-view numbers are known. Those are the numbers that make you a draw. Now, so the fuck what? So what? So what? We know what fights we want to see. We want to see Tank and Devin. That's what we want to see. Canelo and Charlo. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Canelo and Andrade. We want to see Andrade and Charlo. That's what we want to see. Those are the fights we want to see. We still want to see Champ versus Big Feminine. Yeah, those are fights we want to see. We want Tank. We want Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Those are fights that we want to see. That's what we want to see. And we will pay for those fights because we want to see them. But motherfuckers are running around here saying, "Oh man, I'm not fighting this guy. This guy he not a draw, man. He can't sell." Well, if you're not fighting Canelo, if you're not fighting Deontay, if you're not fighting Tank, and if you're not fighting Errol Spence, then you ain't a draw. You're not a draw. You're not a draw. If you're not fighting one of those four fighters, then you are not a draw. You're not. Guess who else was not a draw? Floyd Mayweather wasn't a draw until he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Manny Pacquiao was not a draw until he fought Oscar De La Hoya. The fuck is we talking about? But niggas run around here, "Oh, this guy, I ain't fighting this guy. He ain't a draw." As if you are. Rolling out here, "Oh man, yeah, I'm fighting a real champion. Tank Davis is a real champion. I'm fighting a real champion. I'm a real boy now." Like, if you don't sit your list, spitty mouth, bitch ass the fuck down, you fucking weird ass nigga. Fucking weird ass, sus ass nigga. Somewhere sucking T.O. off right the fuck now. All your favorite fighters are not draws. Canelo Alvarez is a draw. Bum Lofkin is not. Where's the numbers at? Where is the Mitsubishi Toyota Murata? Where are those numbers at? They will not publish them. Why did he fight in Tokyo or wherever Godzilla's at? Why did he fight in America? If you're the draw, why did you fight in America? Why did you fight in Kazakhstan? Why did you fight there? You're the draw. Why don't you fight there? Because you're not a draw. You are a draw with Canelo. You are a draw with Andrade. You are a draw with Charlo. You are not a draw by yourself. You're not, which is why you don't fight those guys. Because you know you have the complexion for the protection, and you can just say whatever the fuck you want. Your fans, your weird-ass fans can say whatever the fuck they want. You're 95 years old. No one's talking about your age at all. You're about to fight Canelo in a fight that Canelo said he don't even want. Insanity. Fucking insanity. Lomachenko is not a draw. Where's the pay-per-view numbers? Why didn't Lomachenko fight Tio on pay-per-view? Why didn't he fight Guillermo Rigondeaux on pay-per-view? You're not a draw. You have zero drawing power. "Oh, well, he does 1 million views on free TV." Yeah, I can watch basketball on the same network. I can watch hockey or fucking soccer on the same fucking network. I can just turn the shit on and be doing something else. Yeah, I could do that because I already paid for it. It's already paid for. In order to watch him on pay-per-view for his drawing power to be shown, you have to have a pay-per-view. You have zero. So the people who are rocking with you don't believe you're a pay-per-view fighter. And guess what? If Devin is to run the gauntlet, which I believe he will, at the end of, if he beats Cambosos twice, which I know he will, when he beats Cambosos twice, they're talking about putting Loma versus Devin on pay-per-view. So you're telling me that Loma, Mr. Footwork, speed, combination angles, is not a draw without someone else. Let that sink in. But yet these fighters run around here on a constant basis. Oh man, you don't sell. Oh, you don't sell. You don't. Well, what do you sell? What do you sell? And the stupid ass fans will run with that dumbass narrative real quick because they dick rod a specific fighter. Oh, this guy don't sell. You sell. You don't never sit back to say, well, what are your numbers? There's 4 fighters right now that we know. 4 that we know. Deontay Wilder, Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence, Tank Davis. That is it. Those are 4 fighters in the sport of boxing that we know sell. We know draw. We know this. We know this. We know they draw. If you're not fighting one of them, or if it's not one of those 4 fighters saying you don't sell, fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? You can't talk. Now, like I say again, one of those 4 fighters still saying you don't sell, I'm not fighting you, still using that is a 100% duck move. Because they know, just like we do, the fights that we want to see. Deontay Wilder saying, I ain't fighting Anthony Joshua because Joshua don't sell, was something that he would never say. And that's the reason why I don't have to worry about my fighters, bro, because they don't put me in a predicament like that. Champ would never say that. Oh, I ain't fighting no Anthony Joshua, man. He don't sell. He'd never say no stupid ass shit like that. Errol Spence saying, man, I ain't fighting no Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford don't sell. I ain't fighting him. He don't say shit like that. Errol Spence says, bro, you should be bigger than what you are. Blame Bob. That's what EJ says. Yeah, Tank Davis don't put me in that predicament either. He ain't running out and telling me, oh, man, these motherfuckers, y'all don't sell. Motherfuckers like, I wish I can put them all in one ring. I'd fight them all on the same night. Now, he may shit on him and say y'all don't sell, you don't make as much money as I do. But he's not saying that as I'm not fighting you. Tevin Farmer was nowhere near his level, but he was going to fight him. And I say level, I'm talking about money-wise. Hell, Gary's not on his level money-wise, but he's going to fight Gary too. It's the people that is handling him that don't want these fights for whatever fucking reason. Whatever reason. But that excuse about, oh, man, this guy ain't don't sell. So this guy don't sell, so I'm not fighting him, lets me know that you don't want to fight them, specifically for Canelo Alvarez, because you're fighting Advil Urin. You fought Advil Urin. He's never sold anything, coming off a loss to the dog. You fought Rocky Slave House Fielding. Who the fuck is he? He's never sold nothing. He draws nothing. You fought Calum Smith. What does he draw? What's his drawing power? What's his star power? What? 0. But you fought anyway. What's Caleb Plant's drawing power? What pay-per-view team? What's his drawing power? How many millions of views did he do fighting to win the IBF title? What's his drawing power? What's Bivol's drawing power? What does Bivol sell? What are we talking about? Charlo got more drawing power than all of those dudes. Yeah. Yes. He has more drawing power than all of them. All of them. Every last one. And he don't sell. But let me guess. That's different. Y'all motherfuckers expose yourselves when y'all say you're a fan of a specific fighter, but your fighter that you're a fan of don't need to fight that fighter because that fighter don't draw. I will never say that. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford should fight each other. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder should fight each other. Canelo Alvarez versus Jamal Charlo, they should fight each other. Yeah, they should. Terrence Crawford versus Jerome Boots Ennis should fight. Errol Spence should fight. Errol Spence fight Canelo. He should fight Anthony Harrison. All those fights should happen. All of them. And it should have nothing to do with drawing power. Because if you draw, you're the draw, well, then all that means is you get the bigger split of the purse. But the fight still happens. BFTB. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And I'm out.